How's it going, everyone? It is Liam Catterson here with another episode of The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, as we get into episode 7, which is the penultimate episode. Of course, in terms of a recording perspective, in a few days' time, the final episode will indeed air. So, yeah, I am really looking forward to seeing how we're going to set up for Season 2. I know they've just gotten started in terms of filming for Season 2 as of last week. So, yeah, it will be very interesting to see how we do set things up for Season 2, as well as conclude what has been a great season. And we had one hell of an episode last time out. Of course, we had... it was pretty much action-packed, really, with the orcs, of course, making their attack. And not just that, though, but when it looked like victory was at hand, Ada has been defeated, etc., there came a catastrophic occasion where Mount Doom erupted. So, yeah, it will be very, very interesting to see, you know, if there's any survivors. Well, there will be survivors, but, like, if there's any casualties, I guess, following the eruption. We know that Galadriel's gonna be okay, obviously, as well as Isildur. Yeah, I'm really excited, though, to see where this episode goes, because I do feel like the aftermath will be delved into quite significantly. Because it is a big event, especially with Mount Doom as well. So, yeah, but I am also hoping that we do touch upon the Harfoots and Durin and Elrond as well, because obviously they were absent in the last episode. So, yeah, I can imagine that we're going to be returning to other players in this show, as they would have been on the sidelines whilst we were in the thick of it against the orcs. So yeah, with that said, let's get into episode number 7 of The Rings of Power. Let's go. Very apocalyptic, isn't it? Like a flaming horse. Here we go. Oh, shit. Oh! Oh my god! Did she just go... Oh. Oh. Oh.
What's he muttering?
Likely little words, so the tree will understand.
So the trees don't talk.
Some do.
The Ents have left the building.
Distract him.
Here we go.
He's fixing it. Just like Cedric said he would.
Stay back, kid. Oh no. Oh no 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 no. Oh. Oh, this is definitely gonna help the reputation of the stranger more, isn't it?
My friend is drowning.
Oh, do it. No.
Reaching for me to pull him to shore. You expect me to swat his hand away because you're afraid of a bloody rockfall?
The fate of the elves was decided many ages ago by minds much wiser.
We say no more.
Marie.
Means more than simply farewell.
Oh, I want to give him a hug.
It means go towards goodness.
Seeing Durin cry is not good for me. It hurts. Good as new. Mwah. Durin is hurting my heart.
Still down their throats.
Kid.
It is over.
Not for me. I won't allow.
You must.
He's got guilt because of the hilt. I get it. But we
What are you
just
so bothered about?
take our course.
It isn't your fault.
Dur.
I mean, thankfully we know the score. So these characters, you know, it's your worst nightmare, isn't it? In terms of, like, is he gonna return or not? Oh.
Nearly a mile.
I did have a feeling those embers would shatter her sight. Because that is a thing that is hard to come back from.
Do you?
Oh,
great.
Ah, there we are. It worked. It worked.
Called him a silver clam. I never saw him again after that.
But, you know, he's not dead. I'm just getting flashbacks to Fellowship, you know, the Nazgul scene.
Ashes. Nothing but ashes.
Well, I'm afraid to say
We're wasting time.
you're losing your senses. And to be fair, that is a sign that you might need to isolate them.
Lost on purpose.
My aim was never to defeat you, but to gain your ear a while longer.
I don't know if this is bullshit. Because he'll know how to push his buttons.
Elrond, you save it, Durin.
I'm loving this.
For the far side.
Aye.
These two just have some of the best moments in Rings of Power just because their interactions are really, really impeccable. Holy dang. Oh. Yeah, they've hit Mithril for days. Shit.
Betrayed our kind, squandering our future.
Dishonor to the dwarves.
You profaned the crown you wear.
Damn, Durin. Oh no. You! Shoot! This is going to be great. Well, this has to have the stranger come back, right?
Leave her alone!
You heard her. Off with you now.
Maybe they just want to say thank you,
You
although
harm a hair on her foot, and I'll brain the lot of you.
I wouldn't. Not even phased. Oh no. Really? Oh my god. They've just deprived the Half-Foots and their resolve. You bastard. See, this horse is just as much distraught as... Oh. It's like the horse knows that they're... Oh my goodness. It's not gonna be Brunwyn, no.
Theo?
There we are.
Do not spend your pity on me, elf.
Ooh. Oh my.
Save it. For our enemies. For they do not know what they have begun.
They picked on the wrong people. Let's go. We go fuck shit up.
Going off trail now, alone.
She won't be alone.
Aww. Of course she's gonna
We've left
chime
enough
in.
folk behind. We're not leaving him.
I love it.
You girls aren't going anywhere. Not without me.
Hey!
Can he ride?
I'll have the healers gather what provisions I can.
Yeah, this is not how we're gonna lose Halbrand. We need to be either revealed to be Sauron or
Well,
laugh
my
at
friend.
the theories.
It seems fate has in store for us one more raft.
Mrs. Nutter.
We are going to dig.
But you gotta love how determined she is. She is not letting any shit stop her. Or Durin. Oh boy. Hey you! We got a Balrog!
Or should we call it instead, Lord Father?
Is he gonna say it? Is he gonna say Mordor? Hey! Yeah! Mordor. A place one simply does not walk into. That's kind of cool, that, to be fair. That transition. You kind of had a feeling that it would become Mordor. With him asking, I think we need a new name. So, but yeah, this episode pretty much, I'd say more so to, you know, build things up for the final episode, where the final episode's probably going to be insane. So, and obviously episode 6 was insane itself. And it would be very, very appropriate to focus on the fallout as well as other factors as well, because like I said at the beginning, we didn't focus on the Harfoots or Durin and Elrond in the last episode, so we need to give them a bit of exposure. So I'm not really complaining about episode 7 being more so focused on their stories, should I say, as well as the fallout of Mount Doom's eruption. So yeah, but it was pretty ace stuff. Yeah, loved going through this episode, not gonna lie, because there were some very, very interesting moments, some very emotional moments as well. But yeah, like I said, I didn't mind the focus on the fallout of what happened in the Southlands, now Mordor. Because, like I said, it gave us a chance to catch up with characters that weren't around in the last episode. And, you know, I didn't mind the whole focus on characters that we know are actually alive. Yeah, characters who might be deemed dead or whatever. Like, especially Isildur, because you had Elendil mourning over the prospect that Isildur perished. But we know for a fact, obviously, like as the story goes on, we do know that Isildur will survive, of course, etc., and all of that. So yeah, and it's very, very interesting because you do run the risk of a pointless kind of area in that sense, because of the fact that we know these characters are alive, but at the same time we've got to connect with the characters and what they're going through. because I feel like obviously we need to have that connection, those layers with this with these characters. So even though that we know the score, it still gives us an opportunity to connect with these characters emotionally. So yeah, but it will be very, very interesting to see what does happen next episode. But it was really, really great as well, because I do feel like the stories and what they were going through, they do kind of connect in terms of certain themes, like that never giving up determination that was not just happening at Mordor, but also when we focused on the dwarfs as well, because obviously we had Durin argue with his father about the fact that his father rejected any kind of opportunity for the elves to prosper, really, with the mithril that is very, very fundamental for their longevity. And it was very, very interesting seeing the kind of new position, I would say, that Durin is in, because obviously there might be that bit of there was that bit of hesitation at the start. But now he wants to help out. He doesn't want Elrond or his people to suffer, and it was really, really. There was some really, really great moments from from Durin, should I say, because he really made sure my heart was attacked in terms of the emotional sense. Like the way he teared up, I just could not accept that, because my heart. But it was really, really nice seeing Elrond and Durin bond, and just there being that brotherly connectivity, really, for Elrond and Durin. It really does impact things really, really well, in my opinion. So yeah, but yeah, I also liked Disa as well, just trying to give a bit of encouragement as well to Durin that, you know, we're gonna, you know, scour that mithril. And of course we had that shot of the Balrog at the end. Obviously the Balrog is not going to be any real concern with the fact that it will emerge like hundreds of years later, etc. I say hundreds, thousands, but you get the idea. So yeah, and obviously things don't pan out well for the dwarfs. But I do really love the fact that there is this element of kindness. There is that element of kindness from Durin, and he wants to do right reputation wise for the elves. So I do really love the determination that Durin has, and even arguing with his father, making a complete stand. Like, how do you expect me to move mountains if you keep depriving me from taking opportunity? Like, I really loved that like bit where he just stands up to his father, and obviously his father doesn't really have any respect for what Durin has to say, to the point where it was like he disowned him in a sense. But still, it was really heartfelt, like, especially when you love and adore the connection there is between Durin and Elrond. So yeah, and of course we had what was going on with the stranger and the Harfoots and how they reached the grove, but obviously it was a casualty during the eruption of Mount Doom. And not just that though, but we had that group, that cult, whatever you want to call them, who we saw a couple of episodes ago stalking seemingly the stranger, and doing so again to the point where Nori had to misdirect that group. And yeah, I am really curious about what their game is, because obviously you can chalk it down to the leader of that group being Sauron potentially, but say he isn't Sauron, what's the agenda with the stranger? Maybe they're fans, maybe they just want to meet the stranger and they're just fans, devoted fans. So yeah, but no, in all seriousness, it will be very interesting. They obviously know what the stranger is all about, so I don't know if we're going to pick up on that in the next episode, as Nori and everyone, they are going to look for him. So that's really, really nice to see how far they've come and accepted the stranger as a force of good, which I think was showcased with the fact that he was able to kind of restore everything. So yeah, but we'll have to wait and see what does happen, if we're going to pick up on that in the next episode, or if they're going to leave that ambiguous for season 2. Because Lord knows where the stranger has gone. So I can kind of see them leaving things be until season 2. And that will give Nori and co a chance to look for the stranger, but not, rushing things, if that makes sense. So, yeah, but I do hope we kind of get some information in the next episode, because obviously the stranger has been a very, very interesting character from episode 1, and we don't know where to put the stranger in terms of who is he and what is he all about, because there are quite a few theories on what he could be, but yeah. But again, it will depend on what does happen, because like I said, I could see them delaying things until season 2, so yeah. But yeah, it was really, really great stuff with what was happening Southland area, with Galadriel and Theo being an unlikely duo, of course, sharing their pain in terms of, well, Theo surrendering the blade to Ada, and then obviously Galadriel is talking about the battle in herself. So I do really, really love the fact that there was this reflection on, and for Theo, I do feel bad for him, because there is that guilt with the fact that he's going to be damning himself for causing all of this to happen, for Muriel being blinded, for mass casualties. So, I don't really blame him for having this bit of survivor's guilt, because of the fact that we saw quite a few people in very, very dire states. There was one guy who was completely burnt. There was another person who had their leg, their left leg completely blown off. It was really, really devastating seeing how the violence and the bloodshed has completely consumed the Southland. So yeah, but even Muriel was blinded, and I was wondering, like, with the embers just flying in her eyes, surely that's going to be very detrimental to her sight, and if not, I would have been surprised. So when she mentioned about the fact how long have we been in the smoke, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I was right. So yeah, and you felt so bad for Elendil. Like I said, with Isildur, we know he's alive, so it's not like we're worried about Isildur, like we would be worried whatsoever with Isildur, because of the fact that we know what his fate is going to be. But you do sympathize with the characters. It's the same like with Durin and Elrond, really. Like, we know what is going to become of Elrond, of course. So there's no worry about he's going to potentially die next season or whatever, because he's not. But we still connect to these characters emotionally, and that's what. And Durin crying because of the fact that he wants to help his friend out. And he doesn't want to see his friend die, was just very, very soul-crushing, because I feel like Durin and Elrond, they have one of the strongest impacts on Rings of Power. So, yeah, it was really, really moving seeing the struggled state that Durin was in, because you just love their connectivity, and he wants to do right for Elrond, so... Yeah, but no, I really, really thought that this was pretty good stuff. Like, especially returning to the focus on Durin and Elrond, as well as the Harfoots, because there is some very, very interesting elements being developed there. And like I said, with the fact that we're dealing with the aftermath of what happened in the Southlands, it gives us a chance, without things feeling a bit bloated, to catch up on Elrond and Durin and the Harfoots in a very, very neat manner. Nothing, too extreme. It's a nice medium place, because episode 6 was pretty intense, and no doubt episode 8 will be intense. So it's a nice little middle ground to kind of collect our thoughts, but also develop stuff for characters we've not seen in the last episode. So yeah, but yeah, until then, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!